fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Baltimore Ravens. The return man here, T.J. Jones. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Sunday.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Four down. Down the man inside, down the man. Hey, empty.
On 1st down, Wentz dumps it off to Gurley. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it a second down.
That's what I do.
On play action, it's Wentz. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Let's go, let's go. Great. Rip.
Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On the ball.
On second down, here's Wentz. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call.
81. Dash.
Shotgun now for Wentz. On the crossing route, complete. That's Cole. A good pickup there, a 22. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Throwing on first is Wentz. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a...
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Good chip.
Working from the gun, Wentz. They fights him off. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Carson Wentz, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Here we go. Super. Hey. 5.
On second down, here's Goff. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Starting left here. Super.
Goff on third down. He's going to go for a big play down. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And that one results in 35 yards. First catch of this game, a big one. Of course, he had the big performance last week when he was AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, but that was so last week, wasn't it? I mean, look at what he's doing now. I think he's trying to exceed what he did in that game and continue to ascend in this season.
Go, 12, go.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Space to run past the 20 and all the way down to the 17-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
That's a lot of beef thundering downfield off of the toss play, and it takes me back to when I was a kid and watching USC play. Remember the old toss that they ran? They used to call student body right or student body left because everyone was out in front of the ball carrier. In fact, one of their favorite plays, it was called roast stem right or roast stem left, depending on the formation. 28 toss. And 28 toss was their bread and butter.
From the red zone now, Goff. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Rip. Check. Press.
On first down, it's Gurley. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Baltimore after this. Now Wentz throwing on second down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Snap coming at 1. Now Wentz. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. A dump underneath to Jones. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Super. 12, 11.
They are going for it. Goff. And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Hey, lift. 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 Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Go.
Now a play fake here on first down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see.
Go, son.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. T.J. Watt in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And Zuerlein's kick is good. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing, but with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime, Minks, had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Hard ball. DC. 11. Super. Go, 12, go. 11. Hard ball.
From the gun on third down, Goff. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They convert on third with a gain of 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
5. Starting left here.
On 1st and 10, Goff. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A gain of 32 that time. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Go.
They'll pitch it out to Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They're down here in the third quarter, trying to get something going. Going to the outside there didn't work out, though.
Yeah, and from the cheap seats and from where you and I are sitting, we did pay a pretty good price to get in here, right? You often wonder to yourself, why do you make that type of a call? That one went for no gain. But I think this offense thinks to itself, if we keep running these plays, eventually something may pop. It just didn't on that one.
Tiger. Go, 12, go. Hey, 5. Tiger, Tiger.
Here's Goff now on second down. That's complete right around the 8. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
You go, 76. 76.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. They went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Zerline's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Drag it.
Gurley again here on first down. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Back now in Baltimore. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Gronkowski.
They've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Let's play 2. Let's play 2. Run. 2 jet. Shorty, shorty, shorty.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Able to get away, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
Here's Drew Kaiser now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Five. Obama, Obama, Obama. Go.
Now a first down throw. Gone. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to make it fourth down. Desperation time for Goff on fourth. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brooks Reed able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Empty.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Ravens on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw, it's Wentz. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Myers able to knock it through. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Here's Jones. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The Broncos in the hurry-up trying to get to their positions and get set quickly. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
Go! DC! 14.
He's back to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. An agile move, but not a huge gain. Dropped at the 25. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Again they run with Gurley. Heck of a move, but only able to work his way down near the 23. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here, as he'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Shorty. That's it. Lion. 56.
Wentz to throw. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. Perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position. But it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Ken Crawley. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Ram. Let's find 7. Hey, stat. 81.
Wentz to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Brooks Reed in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
17.
Goff now to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. 12. Now it's gone. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
He's going to let it fly. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Baltimore, it'll be a 500 start.